Hello guys, I'm Shahab Wali. So today I'm back with a new video for you people. So guys, in this video I'm going to tell you the history of Antigua and Barbuda. So guys, before starting on this video, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, so please subscribe my channel and thumbs up for this video. So guys, the history of Antigua and Barbuda can be separated into three distinct eras. In the first, the islands were inhabited by three successive Amerindian societies. The islands were neglected by the first wave of European colonization, but were settled by England in 1632. Under British control, the islands witnessed an influx of both Britons and African slaves. In 1981, the islands were granted independence as the modern state of Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua was first settled by pre-agricultural Amerindians known as Archaic people, although they are commonly but erroneously known in Antigua as Siboney, a pre-Ceramic Cuban people. The earliest settlements on the island date to 2900 BC. They were succeeded by ceramic using agriculturalist Celadioid people who migrated up the island chain from Venezuela. They were later replaced by Arakan speakers around 1200 AD and around 1500 by island Caribs. The Araks were the first well-documented group of Antiguans. They paddled to the island by canoe, which means piragua, from Venezuela, ejected by the Caribs, another people indigenous to the area. Araks introduced agriculture of Antigua and Barbuda, rising among the crops the famous Antiguan black pineapple. They also cultivated various other foods, including corn, sweet potatoes, which means white with firmer flesh than the bright orange sweet potato, which means sweet potato used in the United States, and chills, guava, tobacco, and cotton. Some of the vegetables listed, such as corn and sweet potato, still play an important role in Antiguan cuisine. For example, a popular Antiguan dish, ducuna, is a sweet steamed dumpling made from grated sweet potatoes, flour, and spices. In addition, one of the Antiguan staple foods, fudi, is a cooked paste made of cornmeal and water. The bulk of the Araks left Antigua about 1100 AD. Those who remained were subsequently raided by the Caribs. According to the Catholic Encyclopedia, the Caribs Suspiria encountered. As a result, the number and types of ethnic, tribal, national groups its existence at the time may be much more varied and numerous than the two mentioned. According to a brief history of caravan, European and African diseases. Malnutrition and slavery eventually destroyed the vast majority of the Caribbean's native population. No researcher has conclusively proven any of these causes as the real reason for the destruction of West Indian natives. In fact, some historians believe that the physiological stress of slavery may also have played a part in the massive number of native deaths while in servitude. Others believe that the reportedly abundant but stretchy, low-protein diet may have contributed to severe malnutrition of the Indians who were used to a diet fortified with protein from sea life. The indigenous West Indians made excellent sea vessels that they used to sail the Atlantic and Caribbean. As a result, Caribs and Aurochs populated much of South American and the Caribbean island. Relatives to Antiguan Aurochs and Caribbeans still live in various countries in South America, notably Brazil, Venezuela, and Colombia. The smaller remaining native population in the West Indies maintain a pride in their heritage. Christopher Columbus sighted islands in 1493 during his second voyage, naming the large of the Santa Maria de la Antigua. However, early attempts by Europeans to settle the islands failed due to Caribs' excellent defenses. England succeeded in colonizing the islands in 1632 with Thomas Warner as the first governor. Settlers raised tobacco, indigo, ginger, and sugarcane as cash crop. Sir Christopher Codrington established the first large sugar estate in Antigua in 1674. They leased Barbuda to raise provision for his plantations. Barbuda's only town is named after him. In the 50 years after Codrington established his initial plantation, the sugar industry became so profitable that many farmers replaced other crops and sugar, making it the economic backbone of the islands. During the 18th century, Antigua was used as headquarters of the British Royal Navy, Caribbean Fleet, English dockyard, as it came to be called, a sheltered and well-protected deep-water port, was the main base, and facilities they are greatly expanded during the later 18th century. Admiral Lord Horatio Nelson commanded the British fleet for much of this time and made himself unpopular with local merchants by enforcing the Navigation Act, a British ruling that only British registered ships could trade with British colonies, as the United States were no longer British colonies. The act posed a problem for merchants who depended on trade with fledgling country. With all other in the British Empire, Antiguan slaves were emancipated in 1834, but remained economically dependent upon the plantation owner. Economic opportunities for the few freedmen were limited by a lack of surplus farming land, no access to credit, and an economy built on agriculture rather than manufacturing. Poor labor conditions persisted until 1939, when a member of a royal commission urged the formation of a trade union movement. The Antigua Trades and Labor Union, formed shortly afterward, became the political vehicle for Very Cornwall Bird, who became the union's president in 1943. The Antigua Labour Party (ALP), formed by Bird and other trade unionists, first ran candidates in the 1946 election and became the majority party in 1951, beginning a long history of electoral victories. Voted out of office in the 1971 general elections that swept the progressive labor movement into power, Bird and the ALP returned to office in 1976. The islands achieved independence from the United Kingdom in 1981, becoming the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. However, it remains part of Commonwealth of Nations and remains a constitutional monarchy with Queen Elizabeth II and Queen of Antigua and Barbuda. In 1997, Prime Minister Lester Bird announced that a group of ecologically sensitive islands just off Antigua's northeastern coast, previously proposed for national park status, were being turned over the Malaysian developers. The Guyans Islands Development Project deal, calling for a 1,000-room hotel and 18-hole golf course and a world-class casino, sparked widespread criticism by environmentalists, minority members in parliament, and the press. The issue came to a head when a local resident shot the PM's brother. Today, the process development is mired in lawsuits and politics. The ALP won renewed mandates in the general elections in 1984 and 1989. In the 1989 elections, the ruling ALP won all but 2 of the 17 seats. During elections in March 1994, power passed from Bird to his son, Lester Bird, but remained within the ALP, which won 11 of the 17 parliamentary seats. The United Progressive Party won the 2004 election and Baldwin Spencer became Prime Minister, removing the power of the longest surviving elected government in the Caribbean. So guys, this was the history of Antigua and Barbuda. So guys, if you really like this video, thumbs up for this video, subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends. Thank you guys and have a great day.